Today's Philadelphia Eagles links look into the future, both at what the Birds could do in the draft and what they'll have to do on the field to replace an injured contributor at a key position. The 2018 NFL Draft wrapped up over the weekend, but that doesn't mean it's too early to turn our attention to next year's draft. A couple outlets have already released 2019 mock drafts. Yeah, you read that right. Anyway, analyst Todd McShay has the Eagles addressing wide receiver in his first mock draft on ESPN Insider by picking South Carolina's Deebo Samuel at number 28. The talent is there, but injuries 18 games played over threes have slowed Samuel's progress, McShay writes. In threes, Samuel has 86 catches for 1,194 yards and 5 touchdowns. He had 15 catches for 250 yards and 3 scores through 3 games last year before he was injured. The injuries might scare some teams off, but the Eagles like versatile threats for their offense, so almost a year out, it makes some sense. At SB Nation, Dan Cardar has the Eagles picking Clemson offensive tackle Mitch Hyatt. Look, I'm intrigued as anyone by Jordan Mailata, but the Eagles could go into next year's draft looking for an offensive lineman, Cardar writes. Hyatt considered going pro this year, and should be even better with another year of starting experience at Clemson. Some analysts expected the Eagles to address their offensive line early in this year's draft, but the Birds elected to wait until the later rounds to pick TCU's Matt Pryor and Mailata, the former rugby star. There's some work to do there. How Philadelphia Eagles' recent rookie classes fared in year one. In more pressing news, the Eagles have a bit of a situation to work out at defensive tackle. Projected starter Tim Jernigan is reportedly out for 4 to 6 months after he had surgery on a herniated disc in his back, according to ESPN. Jernigan was a key cog in the Eagles' defensive line, where he played next to Fletcher Cox and helped anchor the NFL's top run defense. So what now? NBC Sports Philadelphia's Dave Zangaro has a solid breakdown of how things might shake out in Jernigan's absence. In the offseason, the Eagles signed former All-Pro Halo T. Nata to play as the team's third defensive tackle, and there will be a ripple effect in the team's defensive line rotation. Even without Jernigan, the Eagles are going to rotate on the defensive line. It's just one of those principles Jim Schwartz believes in. So who are the defensive tackles after Nata? There's not a ton of depth. Bo Allen, who ended up basically splitting reps with Jernigan in the second half of last and in the playoffs, left in free agency to join the books. So there are just 4 defensive tackles after Nata left. Elijah Calls and Destiny Vao are 2 players who could see an uptick in playing time before Jernigan returns. And who knows what else Howie Roseman and the front office can put together before the starts in September 8. Questions Eagles face about their roster after NFL draft. Here's the rest of the day's Eagles links. How Philadelphia Eagles' recent rookie classes fared in year one. Kassanitz, Penn Live, McShay's way too early 2019 NFL mock draft. McShay, ESPN.com, NFL mock draft 2019. Clemson will dominate the first round. Cardar's SB Nation, the Eagles need a slot cornerback. Could it be 5 to 9 rookie Avonte Maddox? Domowatched Philly.com. While staying aggressive, Eagles QB Carson Wentz vows to pick spots better. McManus, ESPN.com. 2 Eagles stars laughably land on back end of NFL Top 100 list. Kempski, Philly Voice. How will Eagles fill void if Tim Jernigan isn't ready for opener? Zangaro, NBC Sports Philadelphia. Former Wesley College QB excited to sign with Eagles. Frank, The News Journal. Eagles News. Philadelphia signed one of the top-ranked undrafted free agent, making sense of the Tim Jernigan situation with the Eagles. Kapadia, The Athletic. ESPN Eagles Tim Jernigan has surgery. Per report, here's a look at Philly's DT depth behind him. Kassanitz, Penn Live. Eagles Jernigan could be sidelined well into. ESPN says. Bowen, Philly.com. Rube's 10 post-NFL draft observations. Frank, NBC Sports Philadelphia. 5 intriguing bottom of the roster Eagles. Wolf, The Athletic. Quest for Culture. A look inside the Eagles cohabitation matrix. McManus, ESPN.com. Philadelphia Eagles coverage on Penn Live, at Daniel Gallen.